Close to $1 billion worth of crypto has been liquidated in the last 24 hours, as you guys can see right here. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin to see what its next move is. But before that, before we have a look at this head and shoulder that I called in my video, let's have a look at this video that I posted a few days ago.
Right here, we're going to be taking this short. Maybe when we break out, maybe when we come back and retest, and then we could have a confirmation short. But as of right now, we need to wait for some news.
Okay, so you guys can see right here at $106,000, Bitcoin was approximately right here. Bitcoin was right here at $106,000 when I made that video. And I said, and it's playing exactly how I mentioned a couple days ago. Yes, the news factor is maybe accelerating everything that we're doing right now. But you guys can see, I said that this was an inverse head and shoulder. We're going to be talking about the target in just a second. And I did say that if we were to break out of here, that would be a good short. But of course, if you want better and more confirmation, to wait for the retest. And this is exactly what Bitcoin is doing. We're coming back up right here. We're retesting and we're getting ready for a massive short. Now, this is my account right here. If you guys don't know the last video, I'm doing a 10K to $1 million challenge. And in this account right here, you guys can see that I'm already up to $27,000. Now, just to be transparent with you guys, we're going to go to derivatives. By the way, if you guys want to sign up with BYD5, the link will be in the description below. We're going to go to Bitcoin right here real quick, and we're going to take the trade. We're going to take it together, okay? I am open on a trade on SPX long. I might close that very soon, but don't take that trade. Let's talk about Bitcoin, okay? We're going to go ahead and Bitcoin. We're not going to do 31x. Let's do, you know what? Let's do 20x, okay? We're going to go ahead and do 20x. We're going to do a market because I believe that we're getting close to a short right here. Obviously, you could put limit orders. It's up to you. And we're going to go ahead and place this short. Okay, we're going to do a 2.6 Bitcoin short, which is half of the account. Do I recommend going that high? No, but you guys can see right here, I did open a $13,000 short. Do I recommend that? I don't know. It depends on your risk. Obviously, I will be putting stop losses. If we successfully break above this area right here and we close, let's say above $105,000, I will be putting that stop loss there and I will be closing that position. So there you go. If you guys do want to follow the rest of my trades, make sure you guys sign up with BYD5, deposit $100, and you will pretty much get access to all your trades when you comment your UID down in the description below. So pretty much that's about it, guys. We could see that in the past, in the past 7 days, we're doing pretty well right here. You guys can see total profit 25K, total loss, win rate 62.5%. So things are looking pretty good. Going back into Bitcoin, guys, like I said, what could be the target for BTC? Well, let's zoom out real quick. Let's zoom out of this chart real quick just to give you guys an understanding. If we take the top of the trend line, okay, this is very basic, and we put it at the breakout, which is right here. Now, what's interesting about this? Okay, a lot of people won't listen. Maybe you guys won't get through this part of the video. Is that we are coming back near this region right here. Now, if you guys remember, you know what supply and demand is. This is the demand. Demand is currently sitting at $93,000. We were going up. People are going to take profit. Maybe we consolidate before we essentially explode and make higher highs. So that's what's happening right here. Things are looking pretty good. Now, if we do go down to $93,000, guys, look at that. That's 10%. Let's go back and do and put our take profit 94,000. We'll do 94,075. Okay, we're gonna go right here. You guys can see I'm already up $251. We're gonna go ahead and do a TP real quick, and we're gonna do $95,000. Okay, that's $22,000. That's 167 return. We're gonna go ahead and confirm that, and pretty much that's about it. So our trade is already set. Our trade is already done. Now, all we have to worry is pretty much about Bitcoin going down. Obviously, with the whole news about Elon Musk and Trump, that's not going to make anything better, guys. We know there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. Interest rates are still high. We're going to get to that in just a second. But something I want to talk about on a longer time frame is this chart right here. We could see right here that Bitcoin in 2021, 2022, or 2021, we made a higher high, and on the RSI, we made a lower high. Now, the same thing is happening right here. We are making a higher high on the chart, and guess what's happening on the RSI? We are making a lower high. Now, that's not good, okay? This is a very bearish sign. Now, the interesting thing about this is that if we have a look at the 50 moving average, you guys can see that when we had this double bounce right here, we had 2 bounces off the 50 moving average. Okay, now you guys can see right here, we got 1 bounce and then 2 bounces. So the second, in my opinion, we close below the 50 moving average, that's going to be bad news bears. Okay, now of course we still got some time before we close it. I don't want to be, you know, bad news bears right here, but obviously if we close below $77,000, you could expect Bitcoin, even below $83,000, you could expect Bitcoin to essentially, unfortunately, enter new lows and pretty much enter a bear market, unfortunately, because we never saw an altcoin season. Moving on into the Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance has been absolutely dominating this whole crypto market. You guys can see that this thing right here is up to 64%, 64.62%. Now, what is my target for the Bitcoin dominance? Well, I'm actually targeting 71.74 before we see an altcoin season. If you guys saw my last videos, you guys know that I said an altcoin season is not starting until we see this. We know what happened on the last bull market. We saw this, boom, 2 double tops before essentially coming back down. I believe that we're going to essentially crash down and we're about to witness the biggest altcoin season ever. Now, is it going to happen now? Is it going to happen, you know, in 2026? We're going to have to see. It's very possible that we don't see an altcoin season, you know, anytime soon. It's very possible that we actually see it in 2026. You know, with Trump being in office, it's very possible that, you know, the bull market is not going to be a 4-year cycle anymore, and it's going to be a 5 or even 6-year. So we're going to have to see what happens here. I'm definitely eyeing the Bitcoin dominance. This is something very, very important. I think we're going to come back up and retest 72, 71%. A lot of people disagreed with me. People thought that an altcoin season was starting right here, but this dump right here is actually the same that we saw right here, and it's the same that we saw right here. People are going to essentially, when Bitcoin gets overbought, people are essentially going to start taking their money out, put into altcoins, and vice versa, re-put the profit into Bitcoin, because we know Bitcoin is a safe haven right now. All right, we're going to be covering Solana, Ethereum, and maybe Pepe. You guys can see Solana, just a quick cover. You guys can see Solana is holding on the 4-hour time frame at a pretty important support level right here. If Solana does indeed break this, you could expect Solana to retest at least $104, which is right here, or even 117. I think it's going to retest 117 if we do break this level. As of right now, Solana is not breaking. We know what happened right here. We essentially exploded. This support level is pretty strong. We got a bunch of bounces right here. Would I take this long on Solana? Probably not. I would not take this long. Very, very risky. And then moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum, guys, if you guys are on my Twitter and you guys saw my Twitter, I said this on Twitter. I pretty much said I would not be surprised if Ethereum does this. And we know the Bart Simpson pattern. We know what it does, guys. It pretty much goes up. It does a nice little Bart Simpson and then pretty much crashes back down. So I made this call when Ethereum was sitting. You guys can see 2535. And Ethereum is currently sitting at 2,474. So obviously not the biggest move, but if we do break below this resistance right here on Ethereum, you could definitely expect Ethereum to essentially continue to the downside. Of course, everything at the end of the day is going to depend on the king. Everything is going to depend on Bitcoin. We know that Bitcoin's king, guys. We know Bitcoin's the leader. Whatever Bitcoin does, altcoins are going to do, especially Ethereum. So all eyes are on Bitcoin right now. Will Bitcoin fall below $2 trillion? Will Bitcoin fall below $100,000? Over the weekend? We're going to have to see what happens. We're going to have to see how the United States, also when they wake up, how they react to the market. Tesla's down 14%. Not good news. We're going to have to see everything. If you guys do like these videos and you guys, once again, want to take part of the BYDFi challenge and you guys want access to all my trades, you guys can go click on the link in the description below. 10,000 to 1 million. You guys can go ahead and follow my trade. Win rate is 62%. You guys don't need to pay anything. All you need is sign up with BYDFi, deposit $100, and start trading with me. Okay. Discord is down below. Comment your UID, and I will essentially get you settled on my private group. You guys can see cumulative PNL is good. PNL percentage is good. Daily analysis, you guys can see right here, 3K. 1K. Yesterday we made a massive trade of 13K. Obviously we're gonna have some losses, we're gonna have some wins, and pretty much that's about it. Once again, guys, if you guys like this video, don't forget to smash subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.